Welcome to this interview, Chris. Could you please introduce yourself, tell us where you're working and what you do there?
Sure. My name is Christopher Corbet. I'm currently a research officer at the National Research Council of Canada, which is a federal government research lab one site is within Montreal. In particular, I'm within the Human Health Therapeutics Department. My role within the NRC, or what I'm doing, is as a research officer, I'm a scientist. So a lot of my time is spent in front of the computer trying to design new protein therapeutics. While I'm in a team, I don't lead that team, but the scientists are a lot more independent. So even though there's a team leader, the whole team is really kind of directed in an overall overreaching kind of research goal. And within that goal, I'm kind of free to pursue my own kind of research ideas as long as it is cohesive within the team and in our overall reaching goal.
Can you tell us what you did after graduation leading up until your current position?
Sure. So I submitted in December 2008 and graduated in 2009. I was lucky enough to actually basically cold call Enrico, who's actually my current boss now, and be like, look, I'm graduating and I'm looking for various positions around. Do you have anything available? I was there for a year and a half. And I did some of the initial kind of foundational work that led to what we're currently now doing in the lab, looking at trying to predict affinity and trying to do affinity maturation of antibodies. After about a year and a half while at the NRC, I then left to join Chemical Computing Group, where I became a research scientist. I think it was either a research scientist or a scientific software developer. After 4 years, I was lucky enough that Enrico actually secured a permanent position within the NRC.
So since you've had experience in academia, government, and in industry, can you tell us what the main differences that you see exist between each of these sectors?
The way I see academics is really in the sense you have a full control over your research, the direction you want to go in, whatever idea you have, you can pursue as long as you can try to find the funding for it. And I think that was a major challenge of being in academia, is the fact that you do have to get the funding for it. Now, in the case of the private sector, most of the time you don't have to worry about funding, but you do have to pursue one goal, and typically in one way. And it's very limiting in that sense. You don't really have much of a say in the research and the kind of direction you want to go in. Now, government work is actually kind of in between, in the sense that, we do not have to apply for grants.
Why did you personally choose to stay with the government?
I mean, one of the main things for me was work-life balance and family at that point. And with being in a software company, having the yearly release is very difficult. And I think everyone knows research is not really like that. There's no, you can't say, I'm going to have everything done by June 1st every year. It just doesn't happen. With respect to, government versus academics, again, part of it comes down to again, work-life balance. I see a lot of professors that have gone through divorces, and my family is extremely important to me. And I think the government allows me to place family first. With respect to the research and stuff like that, the main reason why I wanted to come back to the NRC actually after, doing a postdoc there, in essence, going to the private sector and back, is I really wanted to go actually more into applied, away from software development.
What other sort of opportunities did you participate in while at McGill, and how did they contribute to the work that you do at your current job?
I was quite active in the Graduate Student Chemistry Society when I was there, and you're participating in the conferences and the workshops and things like that. How those kind of helped me was I started, even in my undergrad, I was social in the aspect of trying to network, not afraid of going up and talking to people, introducing myself, talking about research. I think that's one of the things I think are understated at even during the PhDs, the fact that you need to start building your own network. A main thing that kind of helped me research-wise was going to the Gordon Research Conference. I highly recommend any student to go and participate in those. The GRC is a great opportunity for you to actually build your network.
Now, I know you teach a few courses at McGill, and I was wondering, how does that tie in with the work that you do at NRC?
They see it as part of our outreach in the sense that, we have certain experience that a lot of Canadian students are not exposed to. The goal of the NRC is to kind of train the next series of Canadian scientists. And I think that's something that is kind of overlooked sometimes.
Do you have any advice for students who are also interested in teaching at the university level?
Honestly, I think it's just a question of try teaching beforehand. In the end, I think I found it very rewarding in the sense of, trying to convey some sort of new knowledge to a student in a way that they can actually understand and not scratch their head. So I would say, see if there's an opportunity for you to help out your supervisor and maybe teach a lecture. I've been to some conferences where there are PhD students who do like a 3-hour workshop. And that's a good opportunity for you to try to kind of see, do you like teaching at that point?
Thanks for joining us today, Chris.